we're going to deal with some of the sister's questions. It says, is it lawful for a woman to shape their eyebrows? Because I've seen in a class where Bishop briefly talked about it using Deuteronomy 14:1, but I would like it to be clarified. So let's read Deuteronomy 14:1.
The book of Deuteronomy.
So shaping your eyebrows go into eyebrow arching. Before we get into it, who thinks that that is a sin for a woman to arch their eyebrows? I'm asking you sisters. Is it a sin? Those that think that it's sinful, raise your hand. Those that do not think it's sinful, raise your hand. All right. Brothers, who's on this side? Those that think arching your eyebrows is a sin, raise your hand. Couple of brothers, those that think it's not a sin, raise your hand. And then I guess the ones that didn't raise their hand don't have a clue. All right, let's deal with it real quick.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14 and verse 1.
Okay.
Ye are the children of the Lord your God. Ye shall not cut yourselves, nor make any baldness between your eyes for the dead.
So, is this saying that it's a sin for you not to have your eyebrows arched? The ones that say that it is a sin, I want to hear from you. Is this the scripture that says that it's a sin, or what scripture do you have to say that getting your eyebrows arched for women is a sin? Somebody got me?
I'll say the sister that's that.
Yeah, I know it's a sister, that's why I said we want to keep it on what it's talking about wrong for women. Hey, don't get intimidated either, brothers. This is where we work out the kinks. Last thing you want to be in front of Pastor Pork Chop and tearing you up with this right now. So come on.
Yeah, the scripture.
So your position is it a sin or not a sin?
I say it's a sin for that.
Is it a sin according to what?
It says no baldness on the middle of your head. So just like a man trying to shave like the middle of his head, that's sin according to the Bible. So
Okay.
for women shaving off any hair on their face, that's sin. I mean, on the forehead, that's a sin.
So the scripture is the scripture that I just read?
Yeah.
Is there any other scriptures anybody got outside of Deuteronomy 14:1?
It's not so much that I have a scripture, but when I look at Leviticus chapter...
Y'all got to speak into the mic. The mic is working. Speak into it.
Leviticus chapter...
Orange.
When I look at... The only reason I think it's still a sin is because when I look at Leviticus chapter 19, verse 28, it says, ye shall not make any...
Where's we at?
Leviticus 19, verse 28.
(1928). Let's go.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 28. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh.
So the cuttings in the flesh is talking about what?
Tattoos.
And
Or like the sororities when they stamp whatever on their arms.
that's printing with cuttings in the flesh.
Oh, suicidal type.
No. Let's get historically real quick. I want to stop right here because we'll make sure that we're actually dealing with what's there. I know we bring it up to what they're doing today, but there's actual customs when folks are cutting in their flesh.
I know.
When this was going on, we was in what land? Who knows? Real quickly, history. No, I'm sticking with you. No, don't give it the mic. We're staying right with you.
Coming out of Egypt.
Where's that at?
Where's...
Egypt.
Oh, that's in Northern Africa.
Northern Africa. Give me some customs that they have there.
So the Hamites, I see some of them that have slash marks on their faces for different customs and different...
So they actually had physical cuttings in their body. Keep that in context. Is everybody with me? All right, continue. In the same verse.
Oh, you want... Okay. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord. So that cutting in the flesh and printing, what we use today is tattooing, but they had a variation of that then as well. I want to pull this up real quick. So this goes into the what part in that verse? The cuttings in the flesh. Is everybody seeing this? That's cuttings in the flesh, right?
Let me jump up a verse just to make sure we're all on the same page. Read verse 27 if you can for me.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither.
So what does that mean, round the corners of your head?
Making baldness on your heads.
So as long as I don't touch the corners, the bending parts, can the rest of it be?
No, because you would start at the corner and kind of work your way.
Okay. Because I know the brother mentioned earlier said we can't shave the middle of our head. It's actually you can't shave none of your head. You got to keep hair on your whole head. So it ain't parts that, even though it say round, it's going into all of it, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's keep that same context. Go back to Deuteronomy 14:1. Let's read that again. I want you to read from it.
Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 1.
All right.
Ye are the children of the Lord your God.
So he's talking to us, the Israelites, right?
Ye shall not cut yourselves.
So cut yourselves is going into, bring that previous picture you went to earlier for me. Right. That goes into that, right? Or any variation of you cutting up your face, your ears, your lips, your arms. They had different things, customs pertaining to how they worship their idolatrous gods in the land of Ham. Is everybody with me on that?
Yes, sir.
All right, that was a custom. That's where we were in captivity in Egypt amongst Hamites. They served many gods and had many rituals in how they served their gods. Is everybody still with me?
Yes, sir.
All right, so read on.
Ye shall not cut yourselves, nor make any baldness between your eyes.
Now it says, make any baldness between your eyes. Baldness meaning what? Is that just a certain part?
Well, that would, I mean, the way I interpret it would be anything between you can't.
If I can demonstrate on the officer of mine here, these are eyeballs, right? Baldness would mean you're shaving all this off. That's between your eyes. So you're shaving it off. Baldness, there's only one type of baldness. It means it's all gone. It's arching baldness, his hair is still there. Now some women are shaving all their joints off. And you should be able to discern that's area. Shaving off and they tattooing, we going into two different laws they breaking down. Shaving off and then tattooing a perfect eyebrow on their face. But when we read that, I want you to read it again.
Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 1. Ye are the children of the Lord your God. Ye shall not cut yourselves, nor make any baldness between your eyes.
So now the baldness, now we know the cuttings. Okay, I remember some African. Now what would be the balding between the eyes? Let's bring up the other picture. They didn't just cut into their skin. They also used to shave their whole joints off, the whole eyebrow off. Used to have no eyebrows. For the dead. For the dead. Let's keep what's the last part of that? For the dead. That was a way they served certain idolatrous gods in the land. What was the commandment that God gave us?
Don't do it.
He told us don't do it. All the things we done seen for 400 years in Africa, we got to leave all that alone, come back to our God, our customs, our ways. All right? That's one of the other pictures of chapter 1. I wanted to choose the most graphic one. Because what the hell is that? That's the cutting and the balding. Both of what we read in the scripture, right there. So, once again, anybody got another scripture that says that the arching of your eyebrows for women is a sin?
Just a quick question. So, just like for the men, for the beards, we can't really go into the line. So, would it be a sin for a woman to kind of, like some sisters have the thin eyebrows, but naturally they have a thicker eyebrow? Would it be a sin in that sense if you're going into the natural line of your eyebrows?
Let me ask you this one. Now, I'm asking a question, but I wanted to make sure, one time we got to make sure we processing the stuff rightly. If a woman, it's women that grow hair on their face, right?
Yeah, they got the unibrow.
It's women that can grow hair on their face.
Yes, sir.
Can a woman keep the goatee?
No, it caused confusion. If they did keep it, so no, they got to take it off.
That's a part of hair that grow on her face. Is you understanding? We can't separate the one from the other. You understand what I'm saying? A woman got to look like a woman.
Yes, sir.
When it comes to scripture, we got to go as it is written. And when it goes into this verse right here, we got to go by scripture. This verse right here do not say that it's a sin for women to arch her eyebrows. Matter of fact, in Isaiah 3, it talks about how the women beautify themselves. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
This is going into the idolatrous customs that the Hamites did in serving their gods. This was a big thing. Don't be doing that. That's what the Lord was giving us a commandment on.
You want me to read that example, Cap?
Please.
1 Kings chapter 18 and verse 28.
Thank you. In the spirit with it.
And they cried aloud and cut themselves after their manner.
Call and read again so everybody can get this. Write this stuff down because somebody done get jammed up behind this.
1 Kings chapter 18 and verse 28. And they cried aloud and cut themselves after their manner with knives and lances till blood gushed out upon them.
Y'all see that? Give me Exodus 20. Let's start back in the beginning. Exodus 20. We don't leave it on that one.
20 and what?
Now the scripture do say if you feel that is wrong for you, but okay, it'd be wrong for you, but if we don't teach so, it got to be as it is written, so we are justified in our sins. Exodus 20.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 3.
Start at verse 1.
Verse 1. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Watch this.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Because they had a lot of gods in the land of Ham. A lot of them. Multitudes of them. And just like our people found themselves in religion and serving all these different gods, same thing was in Egypt, even the more. And they had their own customs and their own ways of how they worship their gods. Read on. Watch this.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God.
And when you read over all the commandments that he was giving us, a lot of them went back into customs on how they served their gods. He told Israel, don't do that.
Now the sister's question was, it says, eating from places that cook and cut and package sell unlawful meats, is it right or wrong to eat there, I'm assuming? To eat there, not the food, to eat there, I'm assuming what you're saying. The answer is, let's go to the book of Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 13.
You said something about McDonald's, Cap?
McDonald's was...
Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 13. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them.
So this is what we eat. All of the food is defiled. You don't know who's cooking pork, who's not. So to say that that restaurant sells pork, we can't eat out of that restaurant, then you can't eat from nowhere because the butcher shops. You don't know if they killing with the same blade they butchered the swine with. They package it up, yeah, it's beef, 100% beef, but what do they kill it with? They put it on the same slaughter table as the lamb, or did they separate it from the swine? We're going to eat our food defiled amongst the Gentiles. Was there a time where you could not marry outside your tribe? Numbers 36, chapter 3, verse 7. We'll get straight to the key points on that.
The book of Numbers, chapter 36, and verse 6.
Verse 3. Verse 3.
Verse 3. And if they be married to any of the sons of the other tribes of the children of Israel, then shall their inheritance be taken from the inheritance of our fathers.
So this was about allotments. This was about a plot of land. Say, for instance, I had a plot of land and I died, and my son was the only one that carried my seed. No, my daughter. I died, and my daughter was the only one that carried my seed. Is I'm saying it right?
Yeah.
Descendant of you.
Yeah, she was descendant of me. If my daughter went and took, I'm tribe of Judah, and my daughter went amongst Manasseh, she would be bringing forth seed of the tribe of Manasseh instead of my lineage. So I would lose all inheritance. My inheritance wouldn't carry on and throughout my name. It would be carried throughout somebody else's lineages. That's what was going on here when you read the context of it. It says, if any be married to any of the sons of other tribes of the children of Israel, then their inheritance shall be taken from their fathers, our fathers. Meaning it's going to be an inheritance exchange to some other tribe. Read on.
Shall be put to the inheritance of the tribe whereunto they are received.
Meaning the tribe that person took on. Read on.
So shall it be taken from the lot of our inheritance.
And it's going to be taken from my inheritance because it's carried through somebody else's name. Therefore, the law came into place that what? Verse 7.
Verse 7. So shall not the inheritance of the children of Israel remove from tribe to tribe. For every one of the children of Israel shall keep himself to the inheritance of the tribe of his father.
So at that time, when we was trying to deal with the land, that's when that law was into place. But to say that we can't marry other tribes within the nation, there's no law against that. So that's what that's going into. This is where that law came into place. So yeah, there was a point in time in history. That's the point. That's when that happened. Okay. What do you do to help uplift a sister who you know is down in the spirit? Okay, the book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 1.
The book of Galatians, chapter 6 and verse 1. Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such an one in the spirit of meekness.
It says, brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault that they can't overcome, whether man or brother, not man or brother, but if a man or a sister was overtaken in a fault, meaning something that they're going through, they was overtaken, meaning they can't handle it themselves. Ye which are what?
Ye which are spiritual.
Ye that are spiritual, you uplifted in the spirit. Read on.
Restore such a one in the spirit of meekness.
You go to that brother or that sister, you ask them what's going on and how can you help them to fix whatever it is that they're battling with. And you give them words of encouragement. You help build them up in the spirit. You try to edify them. Try to take them through certain scriptures that you might have went through when you felt that way. It says, restore such a one in the spirit of meekness. Read on.
Considering thyself.
Considering yourself. That you will want somebody to come to you in that situation. So you consider yourself. Read on.
Lest thou also be tempted.
So that's what you do. You go to that sister and you say, look, sis, I don't know what you're going through, but I wanted to ask you because I never seen you come in here before like that. You normally come in here, you're very cheerful, you're speaking to everybody. Today is something a little different. Is there something I can help you with? Did I do something to you? Is there anybody that think we can talk about so we can help you get over it? You can approach that sister like that.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel, Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates on all our YouTube channels. Shalom.